Hi, this is Nate from ZeldaInformer.com, and this is Videocast number 4. So, today I'm here to talk to you about two different topics. First, Sidequest and their importance to Zelda, and then I'm going to talk about some things we have going on at the site, going on right now and coming up, so you have some stuff to look forward to. First, we'll talk about Sidequest. First off, what is a Sidequest? A good example would be, well, Spirit Tracks. When you have the side quest where you collect 50 bunnies, it has no effect on the main story or the main quest. So that's kind of what a side quest would be. You collect 50 bunnies, but it doesn't actually affect what you need to do to beat the game. So, now that that is set aside, how important is it to Zelda? The first argument you can make is that they're really not that important at all. The biggest argument you could show this with is the original The Legend of Zelda. Whether this is because of limitations of the time or not, there wasn't a lot of side things to do in the game. There's a few extra heart pieces, there's a couple extra items that you could get, and some rupees, but it was mostly just, hidden places like burning down this tree or blowing down this hidden door. And that's kind of where all the hidden stuff came from. There wasn't really any quests involved with it. It was just kind of, you found it. So, but the game itself was good. The story was very simple, very basic. The gameplay was very simple, very basic. But the game itself was really good. I still enjoy the game today, and it is one of my favorite games in the whole series. That's saying a lot since it came out back in 1986/1987. So the counter argument to that is within the same franchise, Majora's Mask came out back in 2001, and that game gave a lot of side quests, a lot, mostly because of the 3-day system, and that 3-day system created a living, breathing world. Now, side quests didn't make the game. There was a really great story. 4 of possibly the best dungeons in all of Zelda, in my opinion. Some great boss fights, and probably the best villain, at least to me, that we've ever seen with Majora himself, or Majora's Mask himself, or herself, who really knows. So, there was a side quest in Majora's Mask that everybody kind of remembers or has talked about and is beat to death. Because it's one of the more touching side quests in all of Zelda, and it really epitomized what Majora's Mask was, and that would be the reuniting of Anju and Kafi. Now, what happened was they were separated, and you went on this long, it was a pretty lengthy quest, dealing with a few different mask variations, and eventually you brought them back together, and there were 2 lost lovers reunited, and, between that and maybe the Song of Healing that you play for it seems like everybody, and you get to see the difference that song made on everybody, it really showed you the life that is in this world that you're in. And we haven't really seen that in a Zelda game since. That's not to say there haven't been instances of it. The Wind Waker on Windfall Island, that was a great example of an excellent use of side quests to create this living, breathing island. Think about all the different things you could do on that island. Sure, you got your sail there, which was part of the main quest. But then Tingle's on that island. There's an auction house, including a guy that if you break his stuff in that auction house, he gets mad at you and takes your money. There's a few hidden things, like rolling in the trees. There's the bomb shop, which is part of the main quest and kind of part of a side quest. There's the teacher and the children. Who can forget the teacher and the children quest? There's just so much to do on this tiny little island. Like, every little shop and every person on the island seems to have a purpose, and all these purposes are tied together through the side quests. And I think that's the greatest thing that side quests kind of can do. They can take an already great world that Zelda is, Hyrule, and they can make it come alive. Some of that can be done with the story, obviously. The main characters in the story are always going to seem more lifelike to us. Link, Zelda herself, Ganon, any of the people that are directly involved with the main quest line obviously are going to seem so important. But you can make everybody else seem almost as important to the world with the side quests. Now, there's other side quests that aren't related to this, mostly collection quests. Like the bugs in Twilight Princess. I wasn't a fan of the bugs. Or the gold Scatulas back in Ocarina of Time. I'm not a fan of collection quests, but I know that there are people out there that like them, including some of my colleagues in the Zelda fandom world that make websites like collection quests. I don't get them. I don't see a point in them. Maybe it's because I've been burned out playing too many MMOs. I don't know. Collection quests just don't do it for me. I'm kind of moved on and I'm kind of past that. So, personally, I want to see more involving side quests with all of these characters in the world. Whether it's reuniting loved ones, finding a girl's lost puppy and seeing the joy in her eyes. Just something, just something that touches me and makes me feel like, hey, I should care about this world that I'm saving. And sure, you can leave the collection quests in there, because you know what? I'm a completionist, so I'm still going to do them, and there's enough people that like them that you shouldn't get rid of them. That's my take. Now, you feel free to comment. Maybe you disagree. You can comment below, either on our on YouTube or on the website. All the comments show up below, so good times. So now I get to talk about my favorite part of this podcast, and also the shortest part of this podcast, what we have going on at the site and what we have coming up. First off, we just released our very first podcast. It was actually a great experience and a good learning experience for us back on Monday, and Monday, which would be the 1st of February 2010. So we released it on Monday, and there was a lot of up and down time, especially on this YouTube channel. I apologize to you guys on all the re-uploads and having to get all those different updates about it. I'm sorry, I didn't intend that to happen. Vimeo, where we originally hosted it, sent me an email. We kind of emailed back and forth, and I don't know if they're going to delete the current upload there, which got about 500 to 600 views, but that's kind of irrelevant. The point is, I am sorry. The viewership on the podcast was really all over the place, mostly because of all the re-uploads to YouTube and all that stuff. So I'm sorry, guys. We will not do that again to you. All of our future podcasts with the videos will be on YouTube. It'll only be uploaded once, and we will have an audio-only version, like we did this last time, available on the site to listen to, and you can also download the audio version, and we will have it on iTunes eventually, so you can just subscribe to it and download it whenever it comes up. Which we will be releasing it actually once every month, hopefully on the 1st of every month. That's kind of the goal right now. We'll see how well we stick to it. 1 month down, forever to go. A few other things we have going on. We have the comic that comes out every Monday, so if you haven't been watching that, I do promise it's going to get better. It has been getting better, and it's only going to keep getting better. And the more feedback you guys give us through the comments or through email, the better. That's how we make things better, is by you telling us what we're doing wrong and what we could be doing better. Whew. Okay, we also have the Zelda Historians project going on in our forums. There will be a section made on the site for the Zelda Historians, but they're kind of going through a remake phase right now. One of the people who helped found Zelda Historians has since retired from our staff for personal reasons. And so we have the backup leader, or the co-leader, kind of starting to really take a hold of that and get it more organized and more ready to go publicly than it is. So you can look forward to Zelda Historians actually coming to light on the site, hopefully soon, within a few weeks. Some other things you can actually look forward to that are going on with it, maybe you guys don't know about. One, we have a Link's Awakening visual walkthrough being made by one of our moderators. Her name keeps changing all the time, from Octomammoth to Emma to Ruby, so whatever her name is by the time that it actually comes out, she works for us now as one of our global mods, and she's making us a Link's Awakening visual walkthrough, so that's pretty exciting. We should have part 1 released sometime this week, so you can look forward to that. We also have, What else do we have? Is that it? Oh, we actually have Spirit Tracks content coming. I know we've been lacking on Spirit Tracks content a little bit. It seemed like we had the one walkthrough come out, the spoiler-free walkthrough come out, and then we had a couple game pages, the music section, and then we kind of stopped. I apologize. That's not supposed to happen. It's just Christmas break kind of happened, and people's lives got hectic. So that's actually going to pick back up. Thanks to a great contribution by one of our staff members privately to our staff. So we're actually going to have some great content coming for that. And that's about it for this week. We actually have a lot more stuff going on that I don't really want to talk about yet because it's not coming soon. It's more down the line stuff. So check out ZeldaInformer.com if you haven't already. If you're on the site, hey, keep coming. Thanks for coming. And I will talk to you guys later.